So we have coming out on track at the moment Groups SA, SB and SC production sports cars. I'm joined with Tom. Tom, how are you this afternoon?
Very good, very good. I should be out there racing, but unfortunately I'm not, so I get to share perhaps a little bit of knowledge about Group S.
So your Porsche car has turned into a push car?
It has indeed, yeah, a little gremlin we haven't been able to fix, but I can't complain too much. It's been a very reliable car for a number of years, so I'll take my medicine now and enjoy watching from up here. So it's great to see these cars. For a lot of people, these are the cars that we all sort of grew up loving and wanting. They're the sports cars that you could have on the road, and to be able to race them in the way that they were, I guess, club raced in the day is a real thrill for everyone.
Absolutely, and I think my first introduction to sports cars was an Austin Healey Sprite. We've got a little old Mark IIA that I could do about 30 miles in it before it would start to overheat. And so yes, that was a bit of an introduction.
So now we've got a progressive grid here from race 1 yesterday. So on pole we've got Doug Barber in his Martini liveried 911. Sitting next to him is Ray Narkowitz in his big Chev. Behind them is Simon Meyer in his little Sprite midget. Next to them, Alex Webster, again in the 911, Andrew Whiteside in his 911, then Hugh Harrison in his beautiful Alfa Romeo. There'll be a great battle between Hugh's Alfa and Darren Harris in his Alfa. The two cars look very similar out there, but and they both drive really well. Sitting after them is Warren Hotz and then his son Blake Hotz. So there could be a bit of family rivalry going on there. Mickey Perlot, who actually was leading the race yesterday, it's his first time at here at Winton, so I think he did a fantastic job to lead, but he
absolutely
found out that if you go a couple of feet wide here, it can cost you dearly. So he's
fast on the grass.
Yes, he's back there in 10th position, but I'd expect to see him back up the front fairly quickly. Behind him is Ross Jackson in the beautiful yellow Pantera, which, as far as great sounding cars, that's one of the nicest cars for your ears.
Absolutely, and he's been around here a number of times over the years.
Yep. They're just coming up the last cars now. I'll just go through the rest of the guys. We've got Colin Wilson-Brown, who's one of the ex-presidents of Group S. Joe Cleavage in the big Corvette. Andre Briat, John Geist, they're both in Datsun 2000s. So they'll be having a great battle all the way through. And Pete Kaiser as well. Tim Linus in the 928, and then another 911 down there. So they're all set now.
I'm picking the 911 will make the jump off the start. Better grip over those back wheels.
Yep.
Over the Chevy Stingray. Ooh, a bit of creep from the Stingray. But as I suggested, I think the Porsche has made the clear run. Two Porsches, in fact.
Yep, that's Alex Webster is a bit of a start specialist.
But look at that Austin Healey Sprite. That's well up in the group there as well. A bit of action there in turn 3. So they head down into the corner. Down into turn 4. We've got Porsche, Chevy, Corvette, and on screen car 30 stationary, the Triumph, just on our old start finish straight, but back up the lead again.
Fantastic! He's got that beautiful TR3 going again. TR2, sorry.
So down in the wobbly bits, we've got Porsche, Chevy, Corvette still, as they work around the twisty bits down the bottom of the track.
So that's
in fact the Austin Healey has taken up third spot.
Yeah, always quick through the cleavage there. He'll have a bit of trouble here holding off Ray in the big Corvette coming down the two straights here, but he'll be back all over them again as we go through the twisty bits around the back. So it's Doug Barber who's started on pole, who's still leading. He's got Alex Webster right behind him, and then Ray Narkowitz, who's now up into third.
Yeah, as you predicted, the brute horsepower of that Chevy Corvette just cleared away from the Austin Healey Sprite.
that'll be a cat and mouse all race there until.
Well, Ray's cleared one of the Porsches as well and gone into second position.
Yeah, it's a good move by Ray. I'd look for Alex to be up near him around the back here.
See Joe Collegia there going down through turn 3 in car 44. Beautifully presented car.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a spin yesterday, so he'll be coming back through the field as well. And the power of that car, I'm sure he'll be back up the front in no time at all.
Yeah, and talking of beautifully presented cars, if you get a chance to have a look at that one, it's well and truly worth having a look. Austin Healy Sprite down the inside of Joe, though, in the big Chevy. Yep. Twiddly bits sorted out and beautifully as the Sprite clears it away.
Yeah, that's what Warren Hod's in that Sprite. It's again a beautifully presented car.
Works his way up the back straight now. Just hearing from the sidelines that we've got a Porsche out in the bog somewhere. Oh yes, off the exit of the sweeper.
It looks to be Tim Linus in the 928. He might have gone a bit wide.
On screen we've got car 309, Tom, which is beautiful Alpha.
Which is Darren Harris's car. We've got a safety car now just to get there and recover that 928 that's found itself a little bit parked.
Yeah, fast in the grass and slow in the mud.
Tim, you can't park there, mate. You have to move it.
Parking fines apply.
Right, well, look at it. As these cars file past slowly behind the safety cars, probably a good chance to get a look at how well presented all these cars are.
Absolutely, and maybe wave at some of the drivers. They might even wave back. Gives the guys from further back down the running order a chance to group up as well, and hopefully they make a nice clean restart.
Yeah, looks like they're almost over with that car now, so we'll hopefully be up and racing in about another lap.
As I can see, the tow rope appears to be moving the stricken Porsche. Yes, we have it on screen here now. And the Porsche being unceremoniously dragged back onto the black stuff. I would assume there's no damage to that car. He'll probably just get it restarted and have to rejoin it the back of the queue.
Absolutely.
Or go home and just clean all the mud out.
There will be a bit of mud. I don't think Tim will be very happy about having parked on the grass there, so there might be a bit of heat under the helmet. Helmet there, but he'll take it all in his stride and be back out there in a minute.
Not sure what colour the car is on the inside, but it's probably a bit blue in there at the moment.
Well, there it is. It's going again now, so that's good news. So we can join up and keep racing.
Great job by the safety crews here at the Winton Motor Raceway. Always do a fantastic job. Big shout out to all of the volunteers, not only the safety crew out on track, but flaggies and scrutineers, all of those people that go towards putting a meeting on. It's a huge effort.
Now there'll be a little bit of strategy here with Doug, knowing that he's got Ray right behind him with the powerful Stingray right behind him, so he's going to have to time his run quite well, whether he goes before the corner or whether he's going to wait right up until we get to the start-finish line, which wouldn't surprise me, and just take away that ability for Ray to stretch his legs down the straight on him. So
yes, one thing about that Chevy, it's got very stretchy legs down the straight. But look at the Austin Healy Sprite there, right up in third position.
Yeah, and Doug has quite tactically held them back as long as he can.
Yeah, and leads into turn one.
And he'll hold that lead now.
Yeah. they come through onto the old start finish straight. Barber in front, Narkowitz, Meyer, Webster, Peeland in that order as they peel through into turn 3 and on down to turn 4. The Porsche making some clear runs. The Austin Healey Sprite coming right up on the back of the Chevy Corvette as they head up into the sweeper.
I can see there that Mickey Perlat in the green 911's made his way up from about 10th, so he's had a really, really good run there, working his way up.
That's great stuff. But on screen, the Austin Healey Sprite down the inside of the Chevy Corvette. Great move down into Old Tank Corner and is now up into 2nd position. Is he going to be able to hold that? I suspect the straights will play a bit of payback on that one, but great move there by Meyer in the Austin Healey Sprite.
Yeah, look, I think he'll definitely try and hold a lot of ground there. It's a small car.
He's going to make it as wide as he possibly can.
He normally races with his brother, and they've been known to race side by side from time to time.
Yeah. Not able to hold out the horsepower of the Chevy down that straight, though. You claw back onto the back end of him through these corners down on the extended part of Winton Motorway. Hurls the car on down the front straight.
So on lap 4, Doug Barber's still leading. We've got Ray Narkowitz behind him, followed by Simon Meyer, then Alex Webster. So now I can see Mickey Perlat's moved up into third place again now.
So Meyer's dropped back into 4th spot there.
And he'll probably find the 911 a little harder to overtake through the twisty bits here than he did the Corvette. So I expect to see the lead being challenged by Mickey fairly soon.
Yeah, I would expect that would be the case as well. Although look at the Sprite, hooks it up through the right-hander out of the sweeper.
Yeah, Simon's never going to die wondering. He's going to have a look everywhere.
Absolutely. And whilst he's doing all of that, he's worrying the guy in front into making a mistake if he can.
Yep, and I can see Alex Webster right up behind him, waiting to see if both of them go off venturing. He'll be right there to snap up 3rd place again.
Yeah, if they cut each other off, he's going to snap up that position. Mind you, he's probably also sitting in there smiling away going, wow, look at this entertainment in front of me. Oh, we've got car off. 2 cars off. There's a bit going on down here, and
yeah, I think there might be some oil on the track there. We've had a number of cars all spin there,
and that's down. It looks like it's down in the cleavage area. So as those cars sort themselves out, back at the lead. Barber is still in front from Narkowitz.
So coming over the line there, we've got Terry Spadides.
Joe
Kalija in his big Stingray coming through. Again, he's still got Warren Hotz right behind him as well. And Hugh Harrison is it's in the beautiful red Alpha there.
Yeah.
So he'll be looking to try and get past both those guys as we get round the back section here.
Brilliant job. Little 21 trying to get around Joe Kalija.
So Warren's in a difficult spot there, where he's going to want to get past the I guess the slower Chevy as he goes around the back there.
So a penalty popped up on our screen for Narkowitz, a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, I think
that might have been a start line.
Yeah, I think Ray may have just been rolling slightly at the start, so he probably misinterpreted. There's a bit of a downhill there, and he's crept forward a little bit, so he's been punished for that, which is probably going to be quite costly for him, because they're all quite close at the front here.
And I did notice on screen that there's a couple of cars stationary over on the old back straight there, with drivers getting out and making their way over the fence.
Yeah, that's Andre Briet's Datsun 2000, and I think I can't quite see the number on the other Alpha that's over there.
So back on the at the lead, we've got the 911.
So So Doug Barber leading Ray Narkowitz, who, as we said, has got a 5-second penalty with Mickey Perlat right in behind him. So Doug's really going to try and make it as hard as he can for Ray to get past him. He'll park that car nicely on each of the corners and get that great drive out. But as you can see, Ray really makes that big heavy car sort of defy its weight a bit, the way he throws it around the back there.
Has the car carry
and
and
as those two trip over each other, Simon Myers made a beautiful move around the outside. Always the opportunist. He's gone through, and now he's having a look at Doug, who'll be checking his mirrors.
You can't see me, I'll sneak past.
That was a great, really clever move by Simon.
Clever move, back in the second position.
Yeah, and he knows where he's strong, and he sees those opportunities, and he never hesitates.
Yeah, what's going to happen down the back straight? Narkowitz is going to come back straight past him, but he's got that 5-second penalty that's going to hurt him at the end of the race. Yeah,
and I think what you'll find there too is that I think he'll actually end up holding that position there, because he's probably got just enough of a gap now that Ray may not catch him. Oh no,
yeah, Ray's gone back into second position on track, but carrying that 5-second penalty, that's going to push him back down the grid. These guys up the front are all pretty close together.
They are. I'd expect to see a move. I'll see a move by Simon as we go into turn 2 here.
The old turn 2.
The old turn 2, yes. So
he's going to make a try, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off. He's certainly able to read the part number on the boot lid of that Chevy Corvette, heading down into the sweeper.
So I expect him to make another move here. He'll probably try and sneak around the outside.
Yep, which he does quite beautifully.
Yep. And
the Porsche tries to follow him around. I'm not sure how that looks like it might work. Meyer now, he's all over the back of 911
Doug Barber's 911.
Of course, Doug's going to be able to pull out and use that beautiful Porsche power up the back straight.
Yep, so Ray again, they're going to sort of yo-yo backwards and forwards, these two. So
they are. So we're on lap 8 of 10, so we're getting towards the pointy end of the race. Narkowitz again is able to just use that power straight up the back straight. They work their way around the extension here at that makes it the long track at Winton. Right behind the Chevy.
I know he'd love to throw
a car.
Oh, yep. And he's kept out of the way nicely, which is good.
Narkowitz right behind Doug. So they come onto the old start-finish straight. Porsche, Chevy Stingray, Austin Healey Sprite, Porsche. I think Ray Narkowitz is going to be able to do much about this.
No, I think this is going to another. He'll probably try and cover the outside, but the second he does that, you'll see that Simon's just going to move to the inside.
Yeah,
get past to get. I don't think Ray's going to fight it too hard, because I think he knows he's got the legs to sort of get back past him again.
Well, Meyer not able to capitalise on that outside move, but so we've just been given a word over the earphones that this is the last lap. Oh, and Meyer just pulled off the track, so something's happened to the Austin Healey Sprite.
Yeah, it's going quite slow. I think he may have just tried to go a little bit too wide there. Now Ray's just not going to be close enough to make a move on Doug here, so Doug's really gone from flag to flag.
Yeah, he certainly has.
He really hasn't been challenged. He's driven perfectly, not a single mistake, and that's what you've got to do when you're on pole. You've just got to make sure you don't make any errors.
That's right. Just keep it clean and get it to the finish.
Oh, and isn't it close as they go? So only a car length in it, so you can really throw a blanket over those two.
Yeah, Meyer dropped back quite a bit there. He must have made quite the mistake down there on the entry to that back straight, that tight right-hander.
Yeah, look, he's either run wide, just trying a bit of an optimistic move, or he might have missed a gear or something. But,
Yeah, found the marbles perhaps.
Yeah, we'll find out from him. So winning race 2 was Doug Barber, not headed. We've got Ray over the line in second, but with a 5-second penalty, it looks like that may drop him back to third or fourth. We'll see what the final classification there is. So it's Mickey Perlad, then followed by. So I've just been told that Ray's actually ended up in position 5, so it's been quite costly for him. So it's repeating it: Doug Barber from Mickey Perlad, Simon Meyer, Alex Webster, then Ray Narkowitz, Andrew Whiteside, Joe Kaleja, Perry Spaditas. Then we've got the father and son of Warren and Blake Hotz, followed by Ross Jackson in the Pantera, Darren Harris, Colin Wilson Brown, Doug Bartley, Scott Farkelson, Peter Kaiser, John Geist, George Pethard, Ryan Koenig. Just looking down there who we've got after them. And it's gone off my screen, so.
Yeah, it's always handy when the screen changes on us at the wrong time.
There we go.
There we go. The Blendline TV guys have got it all sorted out.
Absolutely.
And as you say, Doug Barber, Ray Narkowitz, although that's going to be pushing back to position 5.
Yeah, back to 5, yep. I guess while we're looking at these results on screen, just from a Group S with our sponsors, which is Bowden's Own, we really want to give a big thanks and a shout out to them, because without sponsorship, it makes it a lot tougher for us